Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Goldwyn, Zach, how you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing, my friend AG? How you doing on this
My
Monday
son.
evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Cheers to a great Monday. The weekend was good, relaxing. Monday was pretty nice. So let's hope for the best for the rest of the week.
Yeah, let's have an awesome week. I got some green tea here to help me wake up, so that'll help me get through this episode to let the good people at home know what's going on in the crypto world.
Did you stay up partying last night?
Yeah, man, staying up late, on that crypto grind, 24/7. Crypto doesn't sleep. The markets don't close.
That's right. What about you, Goldwyn? How you been doing?
Man, this promotion, it's kicking my ass. I'm not gonna lie. I averaged probably 12 hours a day last week, and then today hasn't gotten any better. Like, I was trying to get everything done before I prepped for the show today, and I'm not even close. I'll probably work 2 hours after the show tonight.
Oof.
That's on top of your day job?
That is my day job. It's day to night job now.
Hey, with that promotion now, you'll have more money for crypto, so that's a good thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get promoted now. There was no money involved.
Darn! They got you.
They did. There will be a raise in May. So
okay, that's good.
Boss, if you're watching this, coming.
Yeah, when you said promotion, I thought you meant like elephant money promoting. I was like,
yeah,
dang. I see that because, dude, you've been putting in the work. Like,
that's every day, man. Like, yeah.
I go to lunch, I open up my phone, and I've got like 53 messages on Telegram. I'm like, what the heck is all this? And you're like, just going to town.
Yeah, AG, he doesn't sleep, man. He puts in the work for the herd. No question on that.
Listen, I'll put an exclamation point behind anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you do put a lot of exclamation points. I feel like you're yelling it sometimes.
I'm just excited all the time.
But how are you doing, my friend AG? How's the bag doing? How's all of that mess? How's your health been?
Yeah, people want to know, man. People want to know.
I'm doing all right. I feel much better. I still have the catheter in. I'm getting used to it, I guess. I don't know how else to say it, but
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, your wife's happy. That's a week of less. That's a month of less work for her.
Hey, her having to take care of them, that extra work now.
Yeah.
The whole blood thing doesn't sit well with her.
AG gets to receive this month instead of give, right?
The other way around, probably. I can't receive. All right, so what's going on with Elephant, man? I look at the charts and I see, the price is down. The market's full of NFTs. What's going on, Her? I don't understand.
I think the overall market's down too, but it's just you know what? It's so frustrating to me because, like you said, I talk a lot to a bunch of different people all day long, and it feels like the true herd. I don't want to single anybody out, but like we all have the roadmap, right? We all know what we need to do, and all of us are DCAing, but we just can't out DCA the people that are selling. So
yeah, I think that's the key. Like you mentioned, just right now in the crypto market as a whole, there's been just this kind of sideways action, and when it comes to participants in the herd who understand what needs to happen for us to drain the liquidity pools, let's keep getting these NFTs minted, which we got to also keep talking about the new competition going on, where if you mint a black rare NFT, you get another one free sent to you. So that's a pretty exciting competition. But overall, you know, that's what this sideways action. And then there's some people who sell. So we just get this kind of boring sideways action. And, you know, like you said, I think until we just get that momentum built back up, it'll take a moment. What's going on, everyone in here? No damn
Yeah.
patience with DeFi. Yep, that's right, Patrick. It's got to give it a little bit of love. Keep each one teach one, and you know this engine will run with us rowing together.
What did I do?
Hey,
Made you fix it. I broke it again.
But yeah, what do you think about that, Goldwyn? With the end of past week, just sideways action. We got some NFT sales in terms of mint some black NFTs.
Yeah, I mean the NFT, the promotion has you know, has increased the sales. We had 58 this week, so that was substantially more than the last few weeks for sure. It looks like the marketplace, the buying has died down because people are trying to mint. You know, it's just crazy that the BT starts this buy one or mint one get one, and now we're on a long run. I think we surpassed the longest run. We had a run before that was like 45 mints without a black one, and last time I checked we were at 58. But you know, on a good note, guys, is it's still, you know, that 4 to 6%. So just because there's been 58 that haven't been, you know, 58 with no blacks, that means the next, you know, 42, give or take, you know, don't quote me, don't shoot me with if it doesn't happen. You know, there's going to be 4 to 6 over the next, you know, 40 or 50, right? Yeah. So the averages are the average.
All right, Mr. Einstein. Let's see if the math comes out that way. No, I'm just playing with you.
We'll see.
Yeah, I was looking. I was looking here, and it looks like since you know January 27th was the last black minted. So, like you mentioned, I think 50 or 56. You said I think is the streak right now. So if there is in fact a high probability, now's the time. Everyone watching in right now, you know, you might be the lucky minter if you go ahead and mint one in the next, you know, few mints. Let's see.
So, real quick, I'd like to thank everybody that did participate in the first R2R challenge. Last week we challenged you guys to mint 35. That scared the shit out of me. I thought a car was coming through my front window.
It's coming through your wall right now.
Right, I did.
In your penthouse apartment, it went up a ramp.
It was flying. It was. They were filming Fast and Furious 27. I thought it was coming at me.
Tom Cruise is going to be in your room with you, and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
But we didn't quite get to 35, guys. I really appreciate 13 people in the herd did take place. One herd member minted 5 to try to help us to 35.
Nice. Who was that? Let's do a little shout out.
I don't know. It was I could give you the wallet number.
What's the last 4? What's the last 4 of that wallet?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay.
I'll look it up in my downtime.
We'll call him R2R whale, the R2R whale.
Yeah.
He was like, "Whoa, this challenge, let me help push the rock a little bit. I'm at 5. That's pretty nice."
Yeah. And so you know, fellow herd members stepped up and sent us lots of trunk to give away. We were going to give out 1,000 to one person if we hit the 35, but you know, we did do a pretty good push and people donated. So we sent 500 trunk to every NFT that was minted. So the one person that minted 5 received 2,500.
Wow.
And some of those
nice.
Yeah. And some of those people bounced the trunk back to our wallet and sent more. So yeah. So I think we had 2 or 3 people that said thank you and then bounced it back and sent more with it. It was pretty funny. That's so good. BlackBerry guy in the house.
BlackBerry guy, did you get a new YouTube account or something?
No, I think that is his YouTube account, the 1986 celebration. He does some good videos too.
Okay.
Hey, BB.
Yeah, that's definitely click on his name and go check out some of his Elephant Money videos if you haven't in the chat. Yeah. Any blacks yet? Yep, there was no blacks yet. So AM69, man, Could be
Yeah.
your lucky mint. Could get two for one.
Listen,
Could be the one.
AM69 is a worker, dude. He minted 7 this morning, I think. Was it this morning? AM69 or
Damn.
was it yesterday? So he hit his goal. I'll let him type AM69. What was your goal for NFTs? Type it in the chat. I know what his goal was.
Hey, and he's getting them in at a good time right now since we are kind of entering that second echelon of round 2, that second half. Yeah, I think that's kind of also. I'm not sure if we. Let's see. He's gonna tell us in the chat. That's kind of was my theory is Bank Teller announced this challenge at a perfect time to really help kickstart the FOMO to get
He
us into
says
the end of the round.
he's got 150
Woo,
NFTs.
baby.
Damn,
Nice.
son.
That's
What I'm
nice.
talking about. My goal is
Yeah.
30. I'm at 25. Got 5 more
Well,
to go. Then I'll take another baby step. Go from 30 to 40.
Hey,
Yeah.
you got them at a great time. Each of them being worth 4 BNB in this next round. That's 600 BNB worth of NFTs. That's pretty nice. Pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Goldwyn,
And
what's your goal for NFTs?
I'd like to hit 100 is what I would like to hit. I think when it's all said and done. So I'm going to make a big push. Hopefully, at the end of the round. Hey, shut my door, Rylan.
That's what we got to do. We got to FOMO everyone so that Goldwyn can only snatch a few at the end. He's like, darn it, I only have 55.
Listen, you guys did a great job round 1 because I was on vacation that weekend. I was in Nashville actually checking out spots for BTC 2024.
Have we heard
Really?
anything on that? Are we still doing that or what? I know he dropped some alpha, said he was going to do that, but then I haven't heard anything since.
I don't know if he backtracked on that. He said we were going to get a table, but I think the last thing he said is he was contemplating a couple different things. So we will see. We will see how that shakes out.
Well, BT, you got to start letting us know so we can make some plans. Buy some
BT,
planes.
are you in? Yeah, BT, are you in the house?
Yeah, that would be nice, like you mentioned. So go ahead and start making some plans. I know there are some other people who already have announced they'll be headed there, like Patrick on our show last week mentioned. So yeah, it'll be a cool place to go. Meet the herd IRL.
There we go. That's the hashtag we need to get going. Getting Mob Gob.
Mob Gob. Nice.
Mob Gob. Hey Stinger, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey, we got Stinger in the house too. That's what's up. Go shout out to Stinger.
Shout out to everybody. A bunch of people popped in. You guys are chit-chatting. We appreciate that.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And also, Goldwyn, you should let them know about the new R2R show Telegram room if they haven't been invited yet.
Goldwyn, tell us about that. You kind of surprised me.
So it's been a work in progress. Like I'm not, being the boomer of the show, I'm not the most technically sound person here. I literally started the R2R channel on Telegram like 10 times, but it's not called a channel. It's just a group like everything else. You're allowed to have like 200,000 people in a group. So I finally figured out that I wasn't creating a channel. I had to create a group. So we do have the R2R official show Telegram group. We will put it in the I could probably put it in the chat too, I would think, but we can put it in the notes. So if you guys want to join, you can just reach out to any of us and we can send you a link. So
let's see if I can share the group link right here in the chat. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
that'll work.
Come join us. Everybody that I've seen so far, I think is in. So is already in the TG group. Nathan, did you make it into the TG group? I don't know if I saw you yet. I know Layla's in.
I knew you were working on it for a while, but I didn't know it was official today until around lunchtime. I get like 53 messages. I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is this? I'm not even. What group is this that has my logo on it?
Yeah, and actually, shout out to Crypto KR. He was the one that's been pushing me to start the TG group. So he's in a bunch of different groups too.
Yeah, so I know we talked about it behind the scenes, but you took the lead on that. You're a big you're the guy that's always in all these chat rooms, spreading the word. So
Yeah.
Well,
those, man,
we
you're hard
try.
work.
We try. So
Uh-oh, is Layla up on right now watching us all the way from Australia? Uh-oh.
yeah,
Second
and
pop.
she and she was up at like 3 o'clock this morning. So she's on like 3 o'clock her time. I don't know what that is our time, but what?
Who are you
My dog is
talking
driving
to?
me crazy. My dog.
He doesn't
It's
even have a
driving me-
dog. He's
I
just
do. I have
going insane.
His imaginary friend. Yeah.
I'm going
That's
crazy. All this elephant for sale. it's on a discount, man. If you guys aren't DCAing right now, you guys are just like, we all know where it's going. That's the thing that just drives me bananas, man. Bananas. Like, we've seen the roadmap. We know where we're going. Why are you guys still selling? Someone sold 500 billion today.
At the end of the day, it's the supply and demand. It's going to go away.
Yeah.
Earth is going to eat it, and eventually, maybe it takes longer, but
yeah, I mean,
going to
that's
supply shock again, and it's going to happen. So why sell?
Man.
Just buy, hold, and move on. Just let it sit. No reason to sell. If anything,
people all have different reasons. Maybe their truck broke down and now they have to sell to go get a new part. But no, like you said, it's the supply and demand mechanics will take over. In the long run. I think right now I was trying to look on the Dune Analytics page, and I think it's only registering one of the LPs because it says we only have 80 trillion left. But I think it's closer to about 130 trillion in the LP right now, or 135, something like that. So as we know, it really only takes about 35 trillion tokens, give or take, that we need to remove for us to really get back into those parabolic, price days of plus 2%, plus 5%, back-to-back days. But it just goes with the lull in the whole crypto market. So yeah, DCA right now is the best strategy, and also minting the NFTs because those also are going to double probably before even elephant doubles. The NFT round will be concluded and such. So there's a couple options.
It is kind of a slow time period right now in crypto. I've noticed Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's kind of down. You'll have its green days, but they're not very, powerful. They're just kind of up 1%, which isn't, the crypto way.
Hey, do you think this next cycle? Do you think I've kind of heard this philosophy that there's not going to be any more. It's not going to be like a bull cycle like we're used to. Like it's going to pop off the top and then we're going to fall back down the 80% like we're used to. Do you think because of the ETF and the looming Ethereum ETF that we will like kind of plateau this time?
So I think we'll have a super cycle this time where prices are going to go a lot higher than what they've gone before. I don't know if you've seen the rainbow chart. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, he likes studying rainbows a lot.
He does until the 20th.
Guys. Until the 20th. So the rainbow chart is you have different color layers, and as
I'll pull it up right here. Let's pull it up.
You got it? Okay.
I'll pull it up on Google. There go ahead. Share my screen. I got something here. I got a rainbow.
Yeah, so
we'll go here.
Hey, did you guys give me a mic? Yeah, I'll get it. All right, thanks.
There we go.
So right here, they usually at the peak, Bitcoin, the price will hit in the red column or close to the red. So what they're saying is the super cycle will get us out of this trend, which I'm not sure if it will, but what I do believe is that it'll keep us in the red for a much longer period of time.
This is a badass chart, man. That's a cool chart. I mean, I've seen this chart, but like it's interactive. Like it's where you put it, it tells you what it would be at. That's pretty cool. That's a cool chart.
Oh, that is a cool chart.
I have seen it, but not this specific one where it tells you, what the prices and stuff. Zach, what would we be if we went out of the red up there?
So right here, just showing, if we take 6 months, if you look right here, these blue vertical lines are the halving events. So typically the highs are 6 to 12 months. Like if we just take here real quick, That's about 419 2020, and then right about 419 2021, about a year later, we were up in these highs. Similar over here. Let's see, this is 2016, right? Let's see, 2017. We're already kind of coming up, but just giving it that similar. If we're in the red zone or the orange zone, about a year after, that would be 2025. So we're looking anywhere between
Speed right here too. That's easier.
197,000 to 350,000. It looks like in this
Yeah,
orange.
I can't buy that will be that high.
So the theory is that I'm kind of in the camp of is that we're just going to slowly grind up until we get to probably over 100,000 before people start FOMOing in, and that's just going to raise the price, and it's all because of the ETFs. Because what happens is with those ETFs is you got I hate to say it, boomers like you that
Yeah, baby.
invest in their 401ks and their retirement plans, and they don't do anything. They're hands off, and they say, "Oh yeah, just give me, let me get some of that crypto," And so their financial advisors going to throw it in there, and it's just going to sit because they're playing the long game. Like for me, I've got a 401k with my job, and so that money that I put in goes into a fund that is managed by Fidelity, and they throw it into, let's say, a 2020 or 2055 fund where it doesn't mature until then. And let's say now Bitcoin ETF is in that fund. Oh, look at that.
Cheers.
Some land shark. Some Mike's Hard Lemonade. Where's your green tea at, buddy?
I got some. Just took a sip. Were you showing my chart? Could you show my screen again for the rainbow chart? Can you see it?
I'll show your rainbow chart.
Let me know when it's up.
It's up, man.
I thought this is interesting. They have these kind of zones, right? Basically a fire sell, buy, accumulate, still cheap, hot, hold. Is this a bubble? FOMO intensifies. Sell, seriously sell, and maximum bubble territory. And as you can see, really the last 2 years of this market, while liquidity's been low and Bitcoin is kind of just at the tail end of this bear market, or of this cycle rather. Right, we can see that it's been in this accumulate / buy zone for the last basically 2 years. And then if we look back to the previous cycles, it stays in the above that zone in the kind of still cheap up to all the way to maximum bubble territory for about a year plus. So it'll be interesting to see. You mentioned it kind of going up to 100K and then grinding up from there. And yeah, this long accumulation tail, I think it just means a longer kind of time in the mania phase. But that's all I had to show with this. I like kind of we're still in the accumulate, and that's true for all of these kind of blue chip assets. You can go ahead and switch back. That's all I had.
Yeah, well, if you go back and look at your little rainbow chart, if you see where the halving line is, the previous one, does it say how many months it goes out until we start moving up?
Well, really, so if we look at this last date, it said it was at, let's see if we can pull up on another chart, because this won't give me the exact price here, just showing the range as it is.
Yeah, the range. I mean, we got May.
It took till about, that's what, January. So about 6 months after we really started to see price kind of move up. Same thing over here. Let's see. That's 6. Let's go to December this year. Well, just even 6 months later, nothing. Another 6 months. So about 12 months over here. Two halvings ago is when we really started to see Bitcoin.
So let's say it's 6 months past this halving. Where did that put us?
That'd be October 2024.
So October. So Q3, we should be seeing some. Actually, October would be Q4.
Q4, yeah, because it's probably also going to be kind of closer to November if it's the end of April that it happens. So it'd be end of October, roughly 6 months. So that's why that's always been kind of my prediction. I have even a short, going back probably 8 months ago or a year ago plus, where that's even my prediction even back then. If we are to continue this sort of halving theory and how it kind of dictates Bitcoin's bull running,
Yeah.
boom bust period.
So you're saying 6 months before we start really popping off for the bull run, or 9 months? Which one is it?
Yeah, I would say 9 months to be safe.
So
And-
by pop off, you mean that's like where shit like we're going to be selling in 9 months, or do you think
No,
that's
no,
where?
no. Pop off as in the bull run is really starting. I think we're still in accumulation mode right now.
9
Yeah.
more months of fucking crabs?
Yeah, that's
Which-
I think there's a lot of boring time before the boom, and the boom doesn't
It-
last more than, a year or
It's-
even that.
It sucks, but it's 9 months, less than a year, and it gives us more time to pack our bags, man. Get ready.
Yeah. That's just, a theory. We could have some sort of other catalyst, but I really think it's the supply and demand characteristics, and the whole kind of programmed inflation schedule that causes all of this magic to happen. And that's also why a lot of times people are coming with new projects, and they're launching at times like now, which I just don't think is the best, because you kind of want to ride the wave with new market participants, because new things always will pump, in a bull market, right? That's one thing we've talked about, why we need to continue to teach about elephant, is because we don't want to be overshadowed by whatever new kind of DeFi narrative is present. We want to show people, hey, these are DeFi protocols that have lasted and have success, etc. So
Mhm.
it's all about the kind of the environment, the climate. And so, that's something I like to look at. I think we talked about this before, but like on DeFi Llama, looking at like the stable coin liquidity on each of the chains to see where's money flowing to, right? Arbitrum is still a one of the newer chains that has new projects launching, that is attracting new liquidity, but even then, so it's still sparse and highly competitive, highly PvP environment. But that's just big
Stinger,
picture thinking.
Stinger, what are you drinking over there? I see you in the chat holding up some wine glasses.
Haha, look at that. Yeah, the cat burglar. Uh-oh, Stinger's got some cats. Better watch out. Are you cat or dog guys? I know I got a dog. I think you guys all mentioned you got dogs too.
Yep, I got one dog.
I see a bunch of new faces in the chat, guys. We really appreciate it. Say hi, and we'll try to shout out like Love Future. I haven't seen you in the chat before, so thanks for joining us. Stinger, thanks for coming in. I know we chit chat in Telegram and Discord a lot, so thanks for coming. Crab. I love it. So we do really appreciate you guys coming in and chatting with us.
So Patrick's over here saying about an Ethereum ETF would pump the market. You guys think that's true? Before Bitcoin?
Let's see what he's saying here. An Ethereum ETF would pump the market before the Bitcoin pump. There's no huge Ethereum sales that Bitcoin is facing, so alt season will launch prior to the Bitcoin pump, flipping the script. That's an interesting theory, Patrick. I think that we'll see. It does seem that the market has deflated post Bitcoin ETF approval, now that that narrative has come about. Will the market get heated up again on stronger rumors that the Ethereum ETF is about to launch? I'm not sure. That would be nice.
So I don't think so. I think,
but yeah,
I don't think. I think the people in Wall Street are more in tune with Bitcoin than they are with Ethereum, and so I think the Ethereum ETF comes out, it's headline news, but people that are investing into the ETFs are like, oh, what's that crypto? Bitcoin? What is there something else out there? I don't know. I just don't see it. I feel like the people that are in outside of crypto just know of Bitcoin really.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the catalyst to kick us off. I think it's just a matter of time. I think we crab sideways in an upward trajectory, and then eventually, people start seeing, oh man, Bitcoin's up 50% since the beginning of the year, or 100%, and then that's when FOMO starts.
Can you share my screen one more time, just for a moment?
So needy.
Yeah, I am.
Hey, we got a member that joined the TG group. Just popped up on my screen.
Hey,
Thank you,
Nice.
Crypto Flyer, for joining the TG the TG show.
nice. Is my screen showing right now, AG?
Yes.
Awesome. I just wanted to show this chart. This is still my philosophy when I look at the market. Um, Typically, right, Bitcoin is the king, and until fiat flows through Bitcoin, it really doesn't trickle down into larger caps like Ethereum and some of these other layer one, Solana and such. Solana did have its own kind of little mini bull run, just a couple months ago here.
Yeah.
But in general, until those funds have entered the crypto sphere, they don't really land into kind of these smaller projects. That's why I've also seen some, crypt people in crypto who have mentioned they're all in Bitcoin right now for this very reason. They want to catch the Bitcoin wave, and then as funds go into our alt season and go into smaller caps, right, then ride those waves. But there's many different ways to play it, but this is still something I think it holds true even till today. And we're kind of, us promoting something like Elephant Money, which is like a lower to mid cap project. It just takes, like I said, some more fiat currency as a whole for the industry before we can really see big damage. But that's why we stay loud and proud and keep people in the know so that we do catch that wave when funds are entering the space.
Yeah. I like that flow chart. Do you make that yourself?
No, I haven't. I did not. I could though. It's not too much
Yeah.
here. You can
I
stop
think
sharing my screen.
it's done, man. Don't you worry
Appreciate
about it. You just sip on that green tea and look pretty, okay?
All right. I'll do that. I need some more here. I'm almost done. It's pretty good.
You guys ready to get into the charts?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Now let's take a look at the charts and see how the crypto market is looking this week with Goldwyn. This is Money Lines on the Rugs to Riches show.
All right, Golden. What we got going on today?
Okay, this is total market cap for all of crypto. So as you can see, I can't read the green number. I don't have my glasses on, but I think that's the 1.7 trillion, that green line that's up there.
1.6 trillion.
Yeah, 1.6. Yep.
All right, so that 1.6 trillion is kind of that ceiling that we keep bumping our head against, right? So on a good note, we're still bumping our head against it. We haven't dropped down like we talked about, going towards that upward trend line of that gray or whatever you want to call it. That was kind of our concern a couple weeks ago when we saw that big dip, and we were concerned it was going to go down there, but it didn't. We recovered, and as you can notice, like a magnet, it came right back up to that green line, and we hit it. So the more times we hit the ceiling, it makes it thinner and thinner and thinner until we break through. And once we break through, then we'll test it, and then it becomes like a springboard. And as we bounce off it, then we'll take off. So, it'd be good to get back up, above that 1.6 mark and start holding that as support instead of it being our resistance. So, all in all, total market's crapping sideways. So that's good for us. It's not going down. That's the big thing. We're not in a big
Yeah, it doesn't look like that has any retracement lines. Like like if it broke down, it would break down to 1.4 trillion.
Whatever that upward sloping line is, what we would probably hit. That gray line. That's a long-term trend line from way back. So I just extended it out. So that would be our first real line of support if we did start breaking down. And then the yellow line is a pretty big support level from history as well that got extended over
1.2 trillion. I don't think we'll get down that far anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think what we're going to do is we'll have a little pump, and we'll punch through that 1.6, and then we'll come down. And I think we'll hold that 1.6. Maybe we run up to that upward sloping red line and bounce off that, and then come down. We'll retrace, and then we'll start holding that 1.6 line. That's my
The U.S. stock market's been doing pretty well. So if that continues to be the case, maybe we'll see some of those gains come to this side too. So yeah, I agree. I think this 1.6 trillion, 1.7 trillion evaluation seems to be where we've been trending for a moment here. We'll see if we can keep it up in 2024. Some people did speculate. We did talk about this, that the ETF prior to the ETF launch, that might have been Bitcoin's high for the year. That could be a possibility, but we'll see as we get past the halving if that stays the case. As we talked about later in the year, we might see higher highs.
Yeah,
and
I think it's gonna. I knew it was gonna be sell the news. I just had that feeling, but I don't think
we called it.
I think it's gonna go higher though by the end of the year.
We could talk about that one in the next Charts Bitcoin, but we, as you were saying, Zach, that decline right there is right after the ETF. So you can see where the crypto market fell. That was the sell the news rumor. So and then we caught or whatever, and we that was a V. What is that? A V recovery is what they call that. So,
is that the Dalai Lama pattern? Do you know what that is? I think I think that is the Dalai Lama pattern. It's like where it crashes and then it recovers. It's some funny meme crypto pattern. I gotta look at it.
So is this? Anyone know if Tiki Tawari, Palm Beach Group, wonder what he could get elephant in front of him? Yeah, right. Hey, that's Ed. Is Thor God still in here? He was the first one in. So maybe he can be friends with Tiki Tawari, get us on the list.
All right, but let's see what's the next slide. What do we got going on here?
So this is Bitcoin. So this is what we were talking about. Remember when the ETF was first getting launched, we were up at that peak at the green line up there. And that's when we talked about it. It started trending down, and we had another trend line. We broke that local trend line, so I deleted it. But we talked about it coming down, and we said, where are we going to go? And you almost called it directly, AG, is it came down and hit that yellow line, and that's where it held support. So as you can see, that yellow line was drawn way before that V recovery in Bitcoin as well. But when we were talking about the ETF that day, you said, no, I think it's going to come down back to that 37 or something. I'm not sure. I think that was
expecting it to hold or bounce off of it a little bit longer. It was a short bounce.
Yeah. You were expecting it to come down lower at like the 32 or something. We didn't ever get that low. I think it bounced off that support line and recovered. But you can see it's going sideways now. So it'll probably come back and retest that yellow line and bounce off it again before what we'll do is we'll crab side. It'll be an uptrend. We'll come down, we'll hit that yellow line, we'll go back up, we'll hit that green line, come back down, hit that yellow line until it breaks one way or the other. We're hoping it breaks up that green line, not down, because the next one would be that red line. That would be our next
what line?
So we don't want that.
What are we looking at price on that? 30. That's still in that ballpark of what I was saying, about 34.
34, but that's all the way out into May, right? So
yeah, unless you have one
the happenings in what, April?
Yep.
Yeah.
Late April.
Yeah. So if we would have to have a pretty significant crash between now and then to get all the way back down to 34, I think. Especially with the halving right there. I don't think so. That pre-halving push is going to push us past the green line, in my opinion, which is I think 49.
I think you're right. I don't know what it'd have to be a black swan event. I don't know what's
the halving might be a sell the news event too. So maybe just set your short in the night before.
Oh, that's true. Set it, and it might have that wick candle down. There's a pretty wicked wick candle on BNB on Binance. It went all when I was looking at it I think it was yesterday, I saw a wick candle was all the way down to like 265. It was like a flash crash or something on Binance. Man. Yeah, so those people that set their little, I'll set it here. If it comes down, I get filled.
I wonder if there's something to that. Like if major whales go into certain exchanges and say, "Oh, there's so much liquidity in this exchange, we can crash the price and buy it back at a lower price."
I mean, that's what Alameda Research was doing, right? They just had they knew what everybody's shorts were, so they were well hunting, right? Crashing the price so that they could liquidate those shorts and taking that money to fill their holes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy. I got a story about FTX tonight in one of the news clips. So
nice.
They can't stay out of the news, I guess. There's always something to talk about with that whole saga.
Man, I wasn't even in FTX. I feel like they fucked me. It's so crazy.
All of us. Yeah.
Listen, I would punch that little dandelion head. I'd punch that dandelion head guy right in the face if I ever saw him. Ugh, that
Yeah.
guy.
It's crazy how, he was one of the richest people in crypto and now he's sitting behind bars and we're all chilling in our houses, still just hunting away in the crypto space. But yeah, I wonder what he's up to right now in his Brooklyn jail cell. What's going on?
Probably beating
I
off.
I hope he's tasting the rainbow.
He's probably looking at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, probably
He's
studying
dropping the
that.
soap on purpose.
Yeah.
He might be watching the show. What's going on, SBF? Tuning in.
Yeah, it's a completely different gangbang, right?
All right, so what's this? We got
This is Ethereum. It's actually holding up pretty good. We have that trend line, that white trend line. It's riding up that trend line, and then the colors are the man. I forget this every week. What is Zach? What are these?
Fibonacci.
The Fibonacci retracement. I love the Fibonacci tool. It's amazing how accurate that is. But I wonder, Zach, is that kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because so many traders use Fibonacci now that they set their limits and shit.
I think that's all TA. All TA is a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I think that's just how these patterns form. Is just behavior all occurs at these certain levels. Whether it be just random patterns that are forming, or if it is just everyone acting together. But it is fascinating because it does, like we're talking about, if you're looking for opportunities to buy in or to maybe get out, it's something always to look at.
Yeah, that's the chicken and the egg theory, right? Like, what came first? So is the TA, just self-fulfilling itself because we have all these tools now that millions of people are looking at the same time, and their little robots are built to buy at certain, because same thing. You look at Ethereum, it's riding that trend line that I drew. That trend line, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? That white one.
When I'm looking at this map, where's this? Is this thing going to break to the upside or to the downside? Because it's riding this line right now, but it's been forever.
Right now, what it's doing, it's getting squeezed between the orange zone, right? So you see that orange zone? That's a known zone. That's a Fibonacci zone. So you can see before it broke and spiked way up and then came back down, it bounced off the top of the orange and green zone. So that's the same thing it's doing. It's riding the trend line. So the trend line is the support that's pushing it up. Well, that orange is the roof that's kind of squeezing it down. So like we talk about the spring and elephant, same thing. That spring is getting compressed and it's going to decide one way or the other, right? So it'll pop up like it did before, right? So you see how hard it broke right through the green, but then what did it do? Came right down and just crashed right through because there wasn't enough support now at the orange. So if it does that again, then the support will hold on the orange, and then it'll start going up and up into the green, and then it would run up to the next level pretty quickly, and then it would bounce off that level and come back down, probably to this white line, to be honest with you.
What a lot of TA traders they'll set their stop loss, right? Like 5%, right beneath where they enter their trade. So in this case, it looks like around March, or a little bit before March, right? That might be the optimal time to take this trade where, when Ethereum gets to 2,400, either it's going to, like he's mentioning, either break through that yellow line or drop beneath it. But that's how you can try to find trading opportunities and look for, optimal situations.
Now we're on to elephant.
Our poor little elephant. What's going on?
Yeah,
Bertha. We need to feed Bertha.
Yeah, what this is a sustained downtrend, right? It's classic. It's lower high after lower high, and then lower low after lower low.
It looks like it broke the support line too.
So, well, the white one is kind of like that bottom, and yeah, that's now what it is, right? We broke it, so guess now what it is? Now it's resistance. So now what does it do? Is it goes up and it hits its head, and then it comes down, and that green line, what was the resistance line? Now that green, we flipped it, and now it's our support line. Unfortunately, going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Right. So what we need to do is exactly what you say. The herd needs to come together, right? Herd needs to come together and start buying. We need to be able to to outbuy. If we could, I don't know, it can't be a daily thing, but if the herd just buys and keeps their DCA and keep DCAing, eventually we're going to outlast the sellers, right? Like at some point in time, we're going to get, like we talked about, what, 2 months ago, a month and a half, or 6 weeks ago. What are the true diamond hands? Where are we at? Is that 150? We talked about 175 and 175, the herd level at 175 trillion held for a while, but then we broke through that, and now we're grinding down. We're under 160. So last time I checked, I think the herd was like 159 trillion.
We just need to start grinding upward. I think what happened, I think people are losing confidence because we've just been trading downward, not even sideways, just trading down. And if we were just going up 1% a week, or a 0.5% a week, or 0.25% a week, or something like that, just in the upward direction, I think it would change people's mentality right now.
Well, really, at this point, we need to start going sideways. We need to stop going down. If we can start going sideways, we'll make that U. What'll happen is, I'm pointing at my screen like you can see it, but we'll make a bowl shape, right? So we'll flatten out. Yeah, we'll flatten out, and then we'll start that upward trend again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think seller exhaustion hasn't quite set in yet, and just in general, as the whole crypto market's kind of going down, and there's only a few opportunities that come up which don't last too long. I really haven't seen any sustained opportunities for quite some time now. But so yeah, it's once seller exhaustion sets in and buyers keep doing their thing and people in futures keep doing their DCA, NFTs keep getting minted, all of these things will help us find that bottom and eventually grind back up. And like we said, it doesn't take much. And my mindset going into this is we almost have been at this kind of, our next cohort, our next stage, the next history, next chapter in the history of elephant money is what we're entering now. That Bertha is almost at 200 trillion, and we're finalizing the ecosystem. The products are all pretty much finalized. This really is going to be that last major, parabolic price push. And this will be the last kind of season in which you can get, the Bitcoin adjusted price is $12, $11, right? Once elephant hits a certain, capacity, in terms of the remaining amount, it just will never be able to come back down to these levels. The difference between where we're at today versus a year or a year and a half ago is Bertha's health, right? That's such a huge factor people need to understand. And I think, like I was just to summarize this all up, it just goes back. We're starting a new season again for us, the people who teach about how the ecosystem works. I think we really just have to go back to basics, really, teach the next cohort of participants how this whole ecosystem works. That's just kind of my thought process right now.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the biggest thing that the herd really, really, really needs to preach and is unity, right? We
need to roll together. That's it.
We always say community bank, right? We always talk about community, and that's what we are. We're at that pivot point. I think Bertha's been stagnant, right? So she's still paying liabilities. I think she paid like $200,000 in futures last week, right? So she's paying liabilities, and she's dropped a smidge, but she hasn't crashed, right? But we're getting to that pivot point that if the herd doesn't decide to come together and drive down the roadmap that's ahead of us, then we'll start driving backwards, right? Bertha can go down. There's no doubt about it. So any of those, I know everybody's like, oh, Bertha's only going to go up. Well, no, Bertha has liabilities. We have 4% APR a day that comes out of Bertha, right? It's not 4% a day. It's 4% APR a year. I think it's 0.0011 or something a day that comes out. And that pays liabilities. That pays NFTs. That pays marketing. That pays for the trunk burn and trumpet buyback. So those things are already set in stone. So that comes out every single day, whether we like it or not. Well, if we don't do things like mint NFTs, right? That's why BT started the minting program. What was it? what was our catchphrase? Morgart, Bogart,
Mogbog something. Mint one,
Mogbog,
get
Mob.
one.
Yeah.
Minta Black, Mob Bog. I don't know. God, I'm so bad with
I'm
these.
trying to look where he's at. Yeah, Mob Gob.
Mob Gob.
Mint
Yeah,
one
let's
black,
go.
get one back. I think
That's right. Mob Gob. Let's go. Right.
Mob Gob.
So, those are the things that we need to be doing. And really, we need a DCA and buy elephant for ourselves. We should be greedy. What, Alan, you said
Prices
the
are
other day,
low.
right? Blood's in the streets, right? This is
Yeah.
blood. All these
Mhm.
red dots are blood. And now it's time to be greedy. And if the herd doesn't come together and be greedy, then Bertha will get it. But you know what? We should get it. And what I would like to preach,
Take advantage of it, man.
I'm going to get on my soapbox. Hold on. Let me get on my soapbox here. Right. So there's 35, 40, 45,000 trillion, 45 trillion, not thousand trillion.
Yeah.
45 trillion that we need to get out of the LPs, right? I propose that the herd buys 45 trillion in elephant. How we do that? We come together. We DCA. We DCA on our schedule. It doesn't have to be FOMO Friday. It can be FOMO yesterday or FOMO tomorrow. Whatever you can buy, we need to buy. And then what we do once the herd has it, well, we're not saying hold it forever, ever, right? When we're going up and we have sustained things, you sell a little bit. But when you sell it, what do you want to do with it? Give it to Bertha. So sell a little bit, buy an NFT. Now you're making your cash flow for the future, right? Sell a little bit, put it, stack up your futures. That's how the front office product should work, right? The herd drains the LPs, and then now our prices are up. Bertha's big and fat and juicy. Well, now we slowly, sell our bags and we hop into the products. We get the mints up, we get our future bags up, and then because we're giving our hard-earned elephant to Bertha, then Bertha can give it to us.
Price.
Right.
Hardens the price, man. Less dumps.
Then Bertha pays our yield in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all want yield in the future. Well, we're not going to get yield in the future if we don't drain the LPs. If we don't do something right now to stop the outflow and start draining the LPs,
Yeah, and like you're saying, keeping it simple is the key. I was looking into some other ecosystems, and I just went back through the process of trying to learn like a new crypto ecosystem. And right, we have all these terms, trunk and the buy with Bertha, and it can be confusing. So I think, like we're saying too, keeping it simple, just buying elephant is the simplest way, or buying an NFT, or helping someone buy an NFT. So those are all the content I think that we need to keep making, and really just keep, teach one. That's really the way we grow exponentially, and not just stay within the same, kind of participants and same herd we have now. We always can be growing and evolving the participants in the ecosystem.
Right. It's teaching those people that now is the time to get in, right? We are the seller. I mean, this chart shows that the sellers are getting exhausted, so that we are forming that floor, right? And that's when you want to get into a project, when that floor is elongating.
Yeah,
that's when you want to get in. But when we
these red candles are smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah, so. and teaching, the people you're bringing in to hold and sell small, right? That's the flaw that we had on that last parabolic run up, is we were all pie in the sky. We're never going down. And then when we broke, when the parabola broke a little bit, everybody's like, wait a minute, you said we couldn't go down. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Well, now we know that that's not true. And we know if we hold, right, that the price won't fall. So we sell a little bit on the way up. We redistribute. So the people that are coming in and buying, as we're selling, we're redistributing to them, and then we teach them, they hold. And as it goes up, they redistribute a little bit, right? Or they redistribute, they sell some.
Like a waterfall, a little trickle down effect.
Right. So when you're taking profit, you take profit out, but then you buy an NFT, right? So you sold into the LP, but then Bertha bought it out of the LP, right? So you're just trading. You're giving Bertha your elephant, and she's giving yield for the future.
Mm-hmm. What's the next chart you got for tonight?
No, it's a mystery chart. Zach,
Something.
what does this chart tell you?
I see some sideways action. I see a token named Earn ETH pair, wrapped ETH pair.
Yeah, what is this chart?
It's a new token that I've been looking at. It's a new, but the chart itself, just looking at the chart, it has established a pretty significant floor, right? It's also, unfortunately, it's also formed a pretty significant ceiling there. And what it's doing is trending sideways. It's a new community that's come out. Pretty good time to get in. You know, it's at the floor. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a professional. It can break that red line and go south. So if you do your own research and look into this chart on your own, don't get mad at me if it breaks the red line. Don't sue me, bro.
That's right. Everyone in crypto makes their own decisions, right? You make your own gains, make your own losses. This is all just
now, why did you pick this this chart, this cryptocurrency? What's so special about it? Just the chart itself?
No, it's a community that was presented to me last week, and I've been looking into it. So it seems pretty good. So when I looked at the chart, I'm like, yeah, let's throw this chart in there. We can chit chat it a little bit, you know.
That's something we can do too, you know, maybe next week. Just show a lot of charts throughout crypto that have this similar, where like we're talking about, a lot of them are in this kind of accumulation zone, these kind of lows. Like this be an example of a chart. Like you said, you want to be accumulating at these type of lows, not when it's, you know, hovering near highs. But there's so many good choices, and it's always, you know, darkest before dawn. So that's the time you want to be getting into things, is right before, you know, things really wake up.
Hey guys, I tell you what, we'll do a random chart, the last chart every week. After the show, put a comment in the comment section of what chart you would like to see as our random chart. Whichever one gets the most upvotes or whatever, we'll do that chart. So we're always going to do total market cap. We're always going to do Bitcoin. We're always going to do Ethereum. We're always going to talk about the elephant. But that fifth one could be anything you guys want to do. So what's your favorite chart? So
what do you think next week's going to be?
That's in the comments, guys. So we need a comment. And if you like the choice, give it a like or comment under it. That's all I got, guys. I'm done. I'm out.
Well, peace. Is it time for some news? I got a couple articles here to go through.
I can't wait. I saw them.
You got some news?
Yes,
time
sir.
For some news, baby. I'm ready for it.
The news is you want fries with that?
I got it.
And now it's time for the latest news with Zach Minter on the Rugs to Riches show.
Hold on a second. Look at hold on.
What's going on?
Look at the first vote.
Yeah, I saw it. Theta.
Oh, it's Drip. Drip is the first. And then Theta. Hey, AM69, me and you are on Theta, buddy. I love Theta. Sorry, Zach, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was
no, you're good. Yeah, definitely leave those tokens so we can go through them. But that would be funny. Drip be the first one we review.
Listen, we're gonna have 1,000 fucking votes for Drip.
Yeah. Just a few stories this week. You know, in crypto, there's never a dull moment. Starting off with Chris Larson, who is one of the executives from Ripple Labs. Unfortunately, this past week, one of his personal XRP accounts was compromised, resulting in $112 million worth of Ripple, the crypto Ripple, being drained. What do you guys think about this? What's y'all's initial reaction?
Did you say his personal account?
Yes, his personal Ripple wallet.
God damn, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of money.
If you can see here on this little chart, you know, the hacker was taking like, was that billion or million? Yeah, 69 million, 10 million, 22 million, 23 million Ripple. So yeah, altogether $112 million in this market too, you know, during these lows.
That's crazy.
And the big question was like obviously he was taking it out in chunks, right? That's what you're showing. So
Yeah,
was there more that didn't get taken out?
Yeah, was that his only wallet?
those are great questions. I gotta dig into the story some more. It looks here that it was multiple wallets. If it wasn't just one, I don't think. Or I take that
Oh
back.
wow.
Maybe it was just one here, and it was sent out to different ones.
Multiple wallets, yeah.
Um, but yeah, right here it says the stolen funds have been laundered through MXC, Gate, Binance, Kraken. So potentially they may be gone once they were in the hands of the hacker. They may have went ahead and traded them. And
Dude, could you imagine losing $112 million? Oh my
imagine
god.
losing 1 million, not 2 million, not 10 million, not 50 million, not 100 million.
Oh no.
Like
That's
it,
that's
and
like
he
a
was like so nonchalant
close.
about it too, right? The video or whatever I saw, he was like, "Yeah, well, some shit happened. We caught it, and it doesn't affect the company." And like, how much does this how much money does this dude have? He's just like, "Bah, it was 112 million."
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm,
Were they, because it sounds, he sent out this tweet here too, law enforcement is already involved. Were they able to freeze accounts? Were they able to confiscate something? I don't know. But overall, it can't be a good feeling. And it's not a good look if you're the founder of a project and you get hacked.
Tell me he was head of security.
I don't know. I don't think he was. I think he's one of the CTO, maybe the chief technology officer. Though. Let's see right here. Co-founder and executive chairman. Oh, so he is the CEO of Ripple.
Oh
So
wow.
No,
that.
he's not the CEO. Brad Garlinghouse is.
Oh, okay. Co-founder and executive chairman of Ripple. Okay. Well.
Executive chairman is just on the board.
Oh, he's a chairman on the board. Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha. But so keep your crypto safe, and if you have 112 million, don't keep it all in one wallet either. Hopefully, he had more
Well,
than one
that's
wallet.
the question. What if that is just one of his 5 wallets?
Mhm.
That's why he's like, fuck it. It was just one wallet. That was the small one.
He's like, oh, that's my tipping wallet. Maybe.
Is that why the price of XRP's been down?
Well,
Um,
no,
You guys been,
I
have you been
think it's
following
just
it?
kind of like it didn't do a significant dip because of it. I did look.
No,
So,
no dip, but it's been trading down. It's been looking
well,
like elephant lately.
buddy, everything's trading down
well, that's
except
yeah,
except Earn. It
everything.
was going sideways.
Yeah.
Hey, Brent, what's up?
That's also just talking to some people when they see stuff like elephant kind of bleeding sideways, and it's like, well, a lot of things, majority of things are like the markets do move in lockstep depending on the bigger tokens. But moving forward with some other hacks and bad news, this is actually good news here. FTX's $400 million hacking case may have been solved. So it looks like there's a trio charged in the $400 million hack of collapsed exchange FTX. So
It was that girl with the glasses with the big nose, and it was the skinny white guy that slept on the floor with the big poofy hair, and whoever else they were having the threesome with.
yeah,
Wasn't
um, this particular, I don't know if you guys recall the whole saga. I mean, this is just one of the details. Right when everything was like announced that they were insolvent, and they supposedly had told FTX employees and family friends like, hey, go ahead and take your money out, or like lock down the accounts, like where everyone was pushed out from accessing their funds. But
Mhm.
during the time, right here is mentioned, the firm was mysteriously hacked for more than $400 million. So while they were like shutting down and freezing, they also got hacked. I think multiple times too, but it just was a whole nightmare, fuel, fire, inside job. Some people thought as well. Like some people thought it may have been like insiders trying to get funds out before they completely froze everything. But right now, it's just saying that the case has been solved according to a report. Um, but it was participants in a phone hacking ring attracted to the firm's lack of security. So these 3 people, they were charged by the U.S. Department of Justice, and yeah, it's not looking good for them. So I'm not sure if they were able to get any of the funds that these people took, and hopefully they did, and they were able to give them out, pay them out in the settlement that's happening. But that's kind of good news. You don't often see, you know, hackers get caught, so it's good to see when they do.
Man, you know what would spark the greatest comeback of history for Elephant?
What's that?
If we found those hackers,
If the 11 million got returned. Bam!
oh, that is a story.
God candle.
That would be cool. Like all of a sudden, we're like, "What's going to spark elephant money?" And then all of a sudden, boom! Hey guys, BT comes on the scene. Guess what? FBI just gave us back our 11 million. Let me dump it into,
He's
Bertha.
like, I found a guy, you know, an IP pinging out in Oceania. I hacked him back and got it back. It's like,
Well, serious
React.
question. I mean, if BT came back and was like, "Hey, I got the 11 million back," how would he put it into the system? Would he buy NFTs? Would he put it into futures? Buy an elephant for himself? Like how do you?
Nah, he
how do you
literally
do it?
should, because you can send money to Bertha. So if you guys really got
can?
some money, yeah, you can send to any wallet, man. Come
So
on.
so he would
Where are
buy
you
it.
at?
And say,
Come on, Boomer.
I forgot. My bad. I never thought about sending Bertha my own hard-earned money.
Yeah, so if you guys are OG like that and you just want to send Bertha, a little loan, you got, hey, hacker, you got $11 million of elephant money. If you really want to do us a solid.
yeah.
Dude, that would set us off for sure. We wouldn't have to worry about any more crazy downtime. 11 million straight into Bertha.
Please buy on Pancake Swap so I can get the reflections. Thank you.
Yes.
That's why we need to get, you know, EMH on the show one week. I'll do some more math myself, but it really, like you're saying, even $11 million would be game changing to this whole ecosystem. And that just shows you how little fuel is really needed, right? $11 million, if we really had 30,000 active people, right? That'd be $300 each, something like that, or less. So it's like really not much is needed if we have the numbers. But yeah, I'm just backing up what you're saying. Like it would be game changing, something like that, even a buy.
Be throwing gasoline on fire.
Yeah, I did the math. I did the math on one of the TG groups I was in. It was like, I think it was like 18 million. So like right now, I think it would take about 18 million to drain the liquidity down to like 100 trillion.
Trillion or
Right around
18
there.
million to buy.
I mean, I didn't do the whole EMH. Okay, we're just gonna go in and this is gonna raise the price up this way. This way. I just guesstimated, right? So
yeah, exactly. Like
So
a
it's
rough,
probably way off, is what you're telling me.
let's give or take 10 million between friends,
Yeah.
But yeah, even 18 million divided by just even 5,000 active
Yeah.
people, that's 3,600. So it doesn't take much to really get this thing. And that's what I always stress. Like, that's why we're pushing hard right now during the slow time, is because when it's the active time, man, this thing catches fire quick. Kind of moving forward real quick, not to take too long on the news here, but another DApp called Conic Finance, they drew $26 million in just 3 days after losing millions over the summer. So this particular protocol, they had a hack back in July 2023, and right, look what happened to their protocol, right?
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Straight dead in the water. Right here it mentions that right after a multi-million-dollar hack last summer, right, they're winning back, users that they have more audits and more security and yada yada. They were able to attract $26 million in deposits in just 3 days. And
that's crazy. That's crazy in time.
So it shows that the money is out there, and there's people interested in crypto. Like this is on the Ethereum chain, so these are people paying expensive gas fees.
Yeah, they are.
And it's just showing here, right? It's still much lower than its peak, 157 million just before last year's hack. Right? They have big names, so like Curve founder Michael Egorov, right? So having allies in the space are always important, and so even other big protocols, even on Binance Smart Chain, it'd be interesting to see if we partnered up with like Venus or something, or even just them to talk about, because it's exciting, right? We want to share these wins, like this protocol that is down in the dumps, but now they're fighting back and they're seems to be attracting liquidity. Like it just shows you that as long as you're still in the game, like it's all about getting the protocol just known and a stage for it. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight this because it's very similar to elephant money situation. But if anything, we've come out stronger and more advanced because of the attack, which I'm sure this protocol has as well. But there's hope as long as you stay fighting and, like I said, make allies and get the word out. People want good quality DApps. So something to look
DeFi
into.
J is saying that BT was running some ads on BC or BSC scan. That's news to me. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he also, I don't know, did you know that we were rated as like high, what BT said is the big drawdown over the last couple of weeks has been because we got listed as highly sus or whatever. I don't know what the official term was.
Why did it change? Like, what's the difference between now and then?
That's what he said. He said he had to reach out, and he said it's literally like whoever did the audit, it just tagged us as red flagged us like out of nowhere. And so he said it was over something. He said it was over a smart contract that only has read access. They said it was a rug pull, possible rug pull. He's all like,
about that.
Yeah, he's like, that contract is literally read only.
So how long does it take to get fixed, man? I feel that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and high risk
and
CoinMarketCap.
Yeah, we still haven't got that fixed. That should be priority number one right now.
100%.
Besides buying, like on his end.
Well, on his end, yeah, that's
on his end. The herd's end is to start DCAing into Elephant and buying NFTs. On his end, I mean, because I don't know what else there is to do coding wise. So he needs to really be buckling down and getting that shit together. I mean, there should be no reason that CoinGecko doesn't have us listed and CoinMarketCap. It's just unacceptable. You have all these shit coin me coins that don't do anything that you have to pay $5,000 for, out of their, some kid's pocket that's making these things on Google. I don't know. I'm not a coder, but goddamn, dude, I'm serious. It pisses me off that those two main things haven't been solved yet.
Did you get my soapbox?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. It's so flipping ridiculous.
Can you see my screen still? Am I still showing?
Why, got porn on there or something?
No, I wanted to show you something. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So that's another thing you talked about, the BSC scan ads, but anyone in crypto, I mean, not everyone, but majority, maybe not, I don't know, but I think use ad blockers. So like I'm using an ad blocker, so I don't even see any ads on BSC scan.
Someone did bring that up about ad blockers. It does block it.
So, I think like you're mentioning, I mean, I guess that these banners may attract, but I definitely agree that probably, the Cryptozoa articles on Medium, and then organic YouTube searching. And then besides that, I think like we were talking about the like SK doing the kind of different communities, just doing these AMAs. Those are the main sources of traffic. And so if we buckle down on those again, I think that we'll be able to get back to where we were in terms of momentum. But yeah, the changing of the risk on PancakeSwap, I'm not sure how much that impacts people. Maybe it does scare away some people, but I think most people who do their own research, that they understand that, oh, okay, I can go ahead and click buy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I wanted to show.
He's talking about putting us in the top 100 market caps, and we'll get incorporated into an ETF. But there's no way for us to do that if we can't get CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko to list our circulating supply correctly. It's just
it's a chicken and the egg.
3 years now, 3 years that this hasn't been done. I don't understand why it hasn't been solved yet. Honestly,
This is good. This is good TV.
Hire somebody. Why doesn't he just hire someone to get it fixed? Hire a lawyer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just
Zach,
frustrating.
BTC Wells.
BTC Whales. All right, next story. BlackRock and Fidelity hold 5.5 billion in Bitcoin, but these holders have even more. Take a guess, real quick. Who do you think has more Bitcoin
Michael
than BlackRock
Saylor.
and Fidelity? Correct. Ding. You get 1 point.
Yeah.
Who else?
Binance does.
I think so too. Ding. I don't know if it mentions it in this article, but they're one of the biggest.
How many people is there? 3 or 2?
I'm sure
Coinbase.
there's multiple.
Satoshi's number 1. He's got a
Ding.
million.
Nice.
Good job. Good job, AG. You know something. You know a thing or two. Right here, they're just also mentioning Grayscale. They still own one of the biggest
they own a lot.
holders. Yeah.
Listen, that's crazy that MicroStrategies holds more than those ETFs.
Yeah. And yeah, man, Michael Saylor, he's no joke, man. He is money man when it comes to the Bitcoin ecosystem, but he has diamond hands and he sees where the future of money is going, and so he's put his conviction, put his money where his mouth's at.
Kind of like what I've done. Put all my money in Elephant.
Yeah, there you go. You know what's coming.
I know what's going to happen.
It's just a matter of time.
Freaking BT starts getting his shit together with Coin Market Cap and Gecko.
Maybe that will be our whole episode. We should just make a whole episode. Coin Market Cap and Coin Gecko. Watch this, and we'll just talk.
I mean, no one can find us if we're not freaking listed on there as a top circulating coin. Get back to the news. I'm tired of thinking about this.
Yeah, sorry to keep bringing it up. I'm sure it will come back up again. But right here's a tweet from Michael Saylor. Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets serving the goddess of wisdom, the fire of truth, exponentially growing ever smarter, faster, and stronger behind a wall of encrypted energy. What was that? All that side AG? This is what people ask me. What do you do now? I just say I'm in like digital marketing, and I don't even like saying that. I'm in banking, or I'm in coding.
You're in finance. Just say that you're in finance.
In finance,
that even mean? Doesn't matter. I'm in finance.
Because unfortunately, Bitcoin has this.
Don't you see this chain? I'm in finance.
Yeah, because Bitcoin has this kind of what do you call it? This look. This craziness right here he's talking about. But what else? He's also saying, the ETFs would be a super tanker for his MicroStrategy sports car. What are all these crazy words? Crazy man. But
listen, that guy can talk, man. I like MicroStrategy.
Yeah. Did you see that Michael Saylor is giving away free Bitcoin?
I did actually. I did.
Man. He's like this. Bitcoin.
It's so bad. It's like watching a foreign movie or something.
You know what I need to do, actually, guys? You need to go back to the U.S. government, get a job again. I need to find out what department is custodying this 9.2 billion in Bitcoin. This is making it the largest national holder. It's crazy how much Bitcoin the U.S. government has, and they're just like, we keep confiscating it from criminals or this or that, and we have to sell it at auctions. That'll be fun one day when we're whales from Elephant. We can go to a government-sponsored Bitcoin auction.
So that to me is kind of scary. How are they getting their hands on the Bitcoin? Like they're got to hack your wallet or something. Like how?
No, they got it from like Silk Road. When they busted the Silk Road, they got a shit ton. And
but besides that,
but they also they have the Mt. Gox coins.
I'm not sure if they have those ones. I think they have those to give out to the people, like to finish the settlement. But right here, like you're saying, the U.S. procuring Bitcoin through seizures, including 69,000 Bitcoin seized from the Silk Road, and then also 3.6 billion in 2022, which was that Jimmy Zong, I think, case.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just when these large criminal whales. When they seize them, they just end up holding on to them. But imagine having, you're in the wallet with 9.2 billion Bitcoin. How many Bitcoins is that?
So
Like,
who's in charge of that? Like, is it
what
like
Zach just said? Or do you even listen?
Oh, I'm listening. I'm just wondering, like, could
Like,
you imagine being that guy that's like has access to the keys?
Was like CMC still on your brain when he was talking? He literally just said that.
That's
You're
all
killing
good.
me. You're killing me, AJ. You're just killing me today.
Did I miss it?
See, 42,000. Just putting some quick math here. So they have like 200,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. Can you just send me like 5 real quick, or 10?
Yeah,
or 1,000?
It's funny when you're talking about Mount Gox. Are you guys familiar with the game Magic the Gathering?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay, so do you know that Mount Gox, the exchange, was actually the Magic the Gathering online exchange?
I did hear that.
That's how it started,
Mhm.
right? And then the guy is all like, "Man, we can use this for Bitcoin." So he then sold it, right? So it was Magic. You could go online and exchange your Magic cards and stuff on it. But then he sold it to whoever it was, and that's why he knew that the backdoor access was there, because he coded the shit. It was coded for a card game, and then they converted it to the actual first exchange.
Wow, I did not know that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And you know who that mother effer was?
Who?
It's the guy that started XLM, right? Because he sold the damn Mount Gox to the Chinese guy that got effed for having the backdoor access, sold all that shit, started Ripple. He was one of the 3 co-founders of Ripple, and then he left Ripple, right? And got all that $6 billion or whatever his settlement was, and started XLM, which was a freaking hard fork of Ripple. Like, and now this guy's still like
he didn't do anything wrong. He just
yeah. Okay. He just helped Matt Gox. I wasn't a part of it. And then Ripple goes down to the SEC. I was a part of it. I just happened to leave right before it.
That is crazy, man. I didn't know all that. And yeah, it sounds like wherever he goes, it's a golden touch, but then also a dumpster fire. He leaves.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's like signing your soul away to the devil.
That's crazy story, man. That's crazy. Kind of jumping back to the news real quick. I'll finish up the last 2 stories. Puffer Finance, never heard of this protocol. Nets 135 million in deposits in 24 hours as liquid restaking sector heats up again. So I don't know if you guys ever got into the whole LSD, the liquid staking derivatives.
I mean, I've been into LSD. I mean,
that was.
If we're talking about our favorite things we can't talk about on the internet, I loved it. I mean, just saying.
That's how everyone in crypto, right? They all started on LSD, right? That's how we all got here. But I mean, this goes back to show like we were talking about, there's demand, there's liquidity, there are funds out there. It all goes back to awareness and utility. So people really like this liquid staking utility where you can own like, let's say you buy an Ethereum and you don't want to just hold Ethereum, you want to earn yield on it, right? You can stake it or convert or wrap it or convert it to one of these liquid staking derivatives and now have access to that liquidity. So now that $2,500 of worth of ETH, you can now access it or earn yield on it. So this particular protocol, though, once they've launched, they're now the 5th largest liquid restaking provider. Right now, right, it's on Ethereum as well. And let's see right here. It says liquid restaking is one of the fastest emerging DeFi trends. So anything that brings liquidity on chain, anything that has to do with people locking up funds too, is always good too. We want to have liquidity locked on chain. Let's see here though. So it seems that this Puffer Finance may have some sort of benefit with their staking program. Like I think it's mentioned something about their point system here. But yeah, let's see right here. They're talking about Lido Finance, which is a competitor. They're another LSD. But yeah, just interesting to see that. And
hey Zach, Are all the LSTs on Ethereum, or is there some on like BNB?
That's a great question. All the ones I've seen have been on Ethereum, and it always relates to just Ethereum token pretty much, and some sort of native token you earn on the platform for staking your Ethereum, or you can take out.
So you're staking your Ethereum, so they're getting your rewards basically for staking it. Is that what they're doing? They're becoming like a staking farm or something for them.
Yes, exactly. You're
but you have
getting
access to it.
if you don't have enough ETH yourself to run a node and to earn ETH yourself, these liquid staking providers, that's exactly right. You give them your ETH, they give you back, let's say here, this puffer finance, like a puffer ETH, and then you'll earn yield both in Ethereum and let's say their puffer ETH, like their puffer token, let's say. So that's typically how they attract liquidity is by offering those two rewards.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think people like it is because, like I said, if you only have like 0.5 ETH or maybe you only have like 2 ETH, you don't have a whole 32 ETH to run a node. This is a way you can get involved for less.
Nice.
And then last story of the night, Squid secures $4 million to fuel competition in one-click transfers between blockchains. So the Squid router has secured funding to expand its services. The router offers one-click bridging for DeFi users. And it's just trying to help the user experience for moving funds from one chain to another. So, there's a lot of different of these aggregators. One that I use and I'll mention now is that jumper.exchange. I can just pull it up real quick. This is one router that lets you trade, to different blockchains. So let's say I had some, USDC on Polygon, and I wanted to buy some BNB so I could go mint some NFTs. Right, this is a great way using Jumper Exchange. You can just do it all in one step here.
Oh, okay. I've never seen this before.
So how much are the fees, Zach, for using like Jumper? Are they pretty reasonable?
What will happen is here, can you turn my screen off for a moment, AG? I'm gonna connect my wallet just to show an example. Can you turn me off for a moment?
Yep, you're off.
All right, let me pull this up. Don't want to dox myself now.
So AG, what do you think about Elephant and CoinMarketCap? Got any thoughts on that?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, you can turn me back on again. Let's see. But just to show you a little demonstration about this, you asked about the fees. They're pretty good. So let's just say, well, if it will show here. Let's put a token. I've got a random wallet here.
You should do BNB to Ethereum.
Yeah,
what's the fees for that?
So it's a router. So what it's doing is it's showing different routes you can take to do the exchange. So here it will say like, hey, this is the recommended route. It's going to cost this much, right? But this is the fastest route. Might cost a little bit more, but less time, etc. This is a BNB to Ethereum, so it's going to be expensive. Anything doing with ETH. So right here, that's it's $40 worth of fees just from swapping.
Good damn.
That seems crazy.
Yeah,
Ethereum, man.
Anything on Ethereum is going to be expensive, and right here for this particular one, it's got to go through like 3 swaps. That's also why it's more.
Hey, do you think people would be less likely to sell if we were on the Ethereum network over Binance because of the fees? For Elephant?
Yes and no. It would have been harder for us to attract as much liquidity, but also just because it's more expensive, like you're saying, people do bigger transactions and fewer of them. That's one thing I was sorry to interrupt too, though. But see, you can buy Elephant also, but if you just look up Elephant, some random stuff comes up.
That is not Elephant. Do not look that up.
So you want to make sure you always use the official contract address, either off of BSC Scan or off of elephant.money. You can just copy it here. Boom, boom. And if I just paste it in here, let's see if it'll come up.
You know what we need? We need to market Elephant to other countries like the Middle East. and Asia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. All markets, we need to have an equivalent show, but for every language in every region,
We could
especially
just
big
copy and
markets,
paste this and get a translator to translate everything.
and Cantonese or something. Uh, and so yeah, Jumper Exchange, just showing this a quick demo, but there's a lot of different of these routers, and this Squid, it looks like they're also getting in this space to compete. It just makes it easier, right? There's less jumps, less steps, less, hey, you got to use Pancake Swap and you got to use Coinbase and you got to use MetaMask wallet.
That makes
Uh,
makes
I,
it pretty easy.
yeah, anything that makes one click and things happen, the
When is
better.
it supposed to debut, or is it already out?
Let's see here. I believe they already have something out, but I think they're getting like a 2.0 version coming out. So let's see. They're just saying, Web 2, they're not having it being made yet, so they're gonna make it. So we'll try to keep up with their story. I'm sure the cream will rise to the top. So if it's not them, it'll be some other ones. But anything that helps DeFi, you DeFi users have an easier time. I'm happy to see that.
For sure.
That's all the news I got for today.
That's
Nice,
it.
man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
So yeah, I think we need to maybe make a marketing campaign for the countries that aren't really in the elephant ecosystem.
We
Now that I'm
we
thinking
talked
about
about
it.
getting ready for the Bitcoin conference too. If we have all that information locked down, we can go ahead and elephant balloon or whatever. Get the. I think that's a big thing. Is like we were just showing that these protocols that have just launched, they raised $135 million. There's funds and there's people out there, interested in crypto yield. That's specifically for yield and DeFi as well, right? That particular DApp. So DeFi conferences, or like you
Mm.
mentioned, some Asian events or some European events,
But Patrick's
African
saying India.
events,
Said
Indian
India's
events.
where we need to be. Well, we need to start throwing some ads out there in the crypto spaces, all those exchanges that are in China or India. Put some ads out there for elephant.
Especially if they've used Binance, the exchange, they're more likely to have used BNB chain or know about it. I think that's the whole
I
point
think
of
we
them
just need to get
having
on freaking Binance. I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet. Well, we can't get elephant out there on Binance, but
we can get Trunk. Think
we'll
about
get
the day
some.
Trunk gets listed by Binance. That would be
What?
awesome. And,
Mhm.
and there's
Trump
no
price
reason.
is kind of down today too. It was like 5 cents.
Yeah, I'm, like I'm not sure. Maybe BT can grant us some authority, but if we could be the ones that are constantly, trying to get Trunk on Binance or whatever, because someone has to be pushing that
Yeah,
effort
I feel
constantly.
like he's trying to do everything, and maybe he's overwhelmed with work because you can't do everything. Well, I guess you can, but it just takes longer. And
Hmm.
as you can tell by the chart, people are getting impatient.
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of like the ads. There's a lot of stuff that you're saying he's getting accomplished side, but definitely like you said, a lot of the business development side, there's definitely a lot of work to be done, and
Mhm.
constant, pushing and emailing and calling and trying to get the recognition appropriated. Because like you said, even on Coin Market Cap and Coin Gecko, getting those ratings would be huge. All these
Yeah,
little things add up.
he needs to get a team together and you know tell people what to do and have them go do it. Hold them accountable. Say, hey, this is what's got to get done. Do it.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be more of a project manager.
Mm-hmm.
But
The NFTs, I think that really is our way forward, is getting these NFTs in the hands of as many people as we can. Um, so we even like SK, how he has different people on the show from other communities. Maybe that's something we could do as well, kind of do our own little AMA with people maybe from NFT communities or from other DeFi
Sounds
projects.
good. I'm gonna designate you to go find some communities that we can jump into.
All right, yeah, that's a good plan. I can do that. I'll reach out to some people.
Gotcha. since I got a 9-to-5 job. It sucks sometimes, but I hate it. But it pays the bills.
I
Yeah,
have like an 8 to 11:30 job.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here grinding in crypto to, get to a point where we can have that economic freedom for us and our families. Um, and right now is the time to accumulate. I'm just looking at the elephant chart here, and I see we're back kind of where we were in August last year. And it just shows you how quickly we can run up, and we've come down now as well. But
Yeah.
like we said, we know what the difference is in terms of Bertha's health and having all these products. So it's simply just an awareness issue, and is what I see.
The biggest thing is that people want to say, "Oh, futures did this," and I proved that that wasn't true at all. Futures was a huge help and a huge success. And what I think futures did in the beginning of futures is it was painting those little green dots, right? So as it painted, day after day after day after day of little green dots. Then with the AMAs that SK was doing and things like that, people came in, and at that time we were preaching elephant first, right? We weren't preaching futures. It was elephant first. So the herd was buying 3x what Bertha was. So the herd literally during that run up, the herd bought, I forget how many trillion it was, but it was like a three times more than what Bertha was. And then what happened is but we that the narrative was kind of not wrong, but as we were saying, Bertha is hardening the price, they think, oh, it's never going to fall down, versus no, the floor is rising. The floor is still rising. If everybody sells right now, the floor is higher now than it was in August, 100%. Right. But now we just got to realize that, it's Bertha hardens the floor, right? Her floor is a straight line, right? When we go up like that, that's the herd taking us up. Well, guess what? The herd can bring us right back down to that line as well. So, it's buy DCA, it's DCA, and then it is responsible selling on the way up to redistribute, right? Because new people are coming in and they need tokens too, right? So we responsibly sell on the way up, DCA, and when we sell, if we then take our funds and buy NFTs or enter futures, now we're giving Bertha our tokens. She's now holding them, and in the future, she's paying us yield.
Yeah, I'm excited too, just because of V8 being released, and now you can run up your account. No matter what happens, you'll be able to get that 2.5 million, even if it's at 0.2% a day. So it goes back to that opportunity arbitrage, where if you know how the system works, you can really take advantage of it, no matter what happens. And by doing so, right, we'll push on to that third parabola. So yeah, just keep staying involved, keep DCAing, and we'll get through this to the next kind of parabola.
Hey guys, a couple things as we're wrapping up here. We started the TG group, so if you want in, the link was on there a couple times. I'll also throw it, I'll pin it to the show comments, right? Also, random chart of the week, whatever you guys want, whatever has the most votes. If you want us to do drip, we'll do drip. Ugh.
That'll be an easy chart to look at.
It will be. It goes down and to the right. But put it in the comments. So if you like, if somebody already puts in like theta, AM69 said theta, if he puts AM60, or if he puts theta in and you like theta, then maybe comment underneath them or give him a thumbs up. If you want something else, and let's go. Christopher Tucci, thanks for joining us on the TG. I don't know if I said your name right, Tesh. Christopher Tesh, maybe. Thanks for joining us on the TG Telegram group. But I think that's all I got, guys. DCA, power to the herd.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got nothing. You got anything, Zach?
Just make sure you stay healthy there, AG. All right, we need you around for this next run up. All right, we got to keep the message getting pushed out. So get your health up.
I'm feeling good. It's just we'll
get that bag emptied out.
Get that back. It's getting kind of full. My legs getting warm, so
Oh
have to
god.
call tonight.
Who you guys got for the Super Bowl for our send off?
Fuck KC, that's who we got.
Yeah, we're going with 49ers.
All right.
Are you going for Kansas City or no?
I don't know, with all the Taylor Swift conspiracy stuff. I don't know, man. Maybe it's an easy lock there, but no, I'll go with the 49ers if I had to pick a team.
49ers. That's I'm just tired of seeing one.
My wife showed me a picture of the US and it had California in red and it says, 49ers, and then it had Kansas in red and it said Kansas, and everything else was gray. And then the little blurb says, can they both lose? Was the gray what everybody else in the US wants.
Yeah, pretty much. Right. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, join the TG Telegram group and also DCA into Elephant, man. It's gonna come back. No worries, guys.
Hey, also, I know that you guys were here. You guys were here, but we do have a Telegram, or not a Telegram, YouTube challenge from BT, right? So you need to come watch our shorts or watch the broadcast. Just put it on in the background, right? You don't even have to turn it down. Hit play, turn your thing down. You don't have to listen again. Just let it go. That's good.
Put your phone on the charger and just let it run.
Right. and then subscribe.
And then also put your surprise chart in the comments and like it. Thumbs up on whatever chart you want us to see. All right, we're repeating ourselves. Let's get out of here. All right, fellas. You have a good night. See ya. Peace out.
Good night.